Good morning, welcome back to another weekly vlog, my first full weekly vlog of 2021. It just feels really weird it being 2021. It feels like, I can't believe, well, someone said the other day, like, there was a thing on Facebook and it said, oh, I'm trying to still process like March 2020, but now I've realised that it's March 2021 in like a couple of weeks, not weeks, months. I'm not with it. Which is really true, because like in some ways, like the first lockdown feels like it was only yesterday, and in other ways it feels like this has been going on for years. But yeah, it all feels a bit strange, doesn't it? But anyway, we're in 2021 and I'm back to filming, and the Christmas decorations are all coming down, and it's just starting to feel like, I was going to say normal, but nothing really feels normal at the moment, but yeah, you know what I mean. We are still in tier 4, so not really able to do an awful lot, and they're talking about like even stricter restrictions, which I'm not sure how they'll work for us, or whether they just mean like stricter restrictions across like more of the UK, because I'm not quite sure what else they can do here apart from closing schools to make them even more strict, but there we go. There's been a lot of like debate over whether schools should be closing, and I don't envy parents having to make that decision, because it must be a really, really difficult decision to make when you're trying to balance like physical and mental health. So yeah, big love to any parents that are watching this who've had to make that decision recently. So yeah, I haven't got like massive plans this week because there isn't much we can do. I do need to phone the nurse at the pain clinic today, because I had my day surgery procedure where I had like the injections and the pulsed radio frequency in the nerves in my neck, and that was 3 months ago, and they said that I should ring the pain nurse in 3 months time to kind of follow up, so I do need to do that. But apart from that, I haven't got anything on today. I'm hoping to make a butternut squash risotto this evening with my mum. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm not looking forward so much to actually making it because it takes forever, but I am looking forward to eating it. So yeah, doing that later. Tomorrow we will have Noah, although he will be at preschool for a lot of the day, so we won't see him a huge amount. And then I've got a council meeting in the evening, which is still virtual, going over Zoom. I don't know, I can't remember the last council meeting I actually went to in person, because I had the surgery on my leg and I missed like council meetings for a while because of that, and then we pretty much went straight into lockdown as soon as I was just getting back into like thinking about going. So yeah, I can't remember the last time I actually saw people in person, but anyway, good job we've got Zoom because we'd be stuck without it. So yeah, that's tomorrow. Wednesday we've got Noah all day. He hasn't got preschool, so need to have a think about what we can do with him. I don't know what the weather's like, but perhaps go out for a walk or something. There's not really much else that we can do, but he does enjoy getting outside and burning off some energy, so perhaps we'll try that. Thursday we'll have Noah again, and he'll be at preschool, so again we won't see a huge amount of him that day. I was meant to be having reflexology, but the lady, she can still come and do my mum and dad's like chiropody feet because it's counted as essential foot care, like health care, but obviously reflexology isn't counted as essential care, so can't have that. And then Friday I've got a council meeting in the morning. Possibly we'll do some filming. I'm going to see how I get on, because I want to edit like a 2020 reflection, and that takes quite a long time, so I may not film this week and only put one video up. We'll see how we go, but otherwise Friday would be quite a good day to film. And then Saturday we have got Noah as well, because Richard and Lisa have got work things and need help with childcare for the Saturday, so we'll have to think of something else to do on that day, because yeah, we'll have had him 4 days this week, so we need to think of some things that we can do to keep him entertained and yeah, busy. And then Sunday, again, not very much happening, to be honest. So it's a pretty quiet week, apart from trying to get on with doing editing and things like that. I'm hoping that I can find some things to film. I've still got to open my Christmas presents actually from some of my friends, which I haven't got around to doing yet. So hopefully I can show you some of those. Christmas decorations are coming down. I would quite like to start doing some like tidying and cleaning and stuff. I think once like the decorations are down, it just feels quite nice to start getting stuff tidy and clean and just looking nice for the new year. So I don't know whether I'll have time to do that this week because of having Noah so much, and also having to try and get this video edited, which is going to take a while, but hopefully like over the next few weeks I might be able to get some of that done. But yeah, 2021, what are your plans for this year? I don't really have any at the moment because I just feel like there's not much point in trying to plan anything. I am going to do a video about some of my New Year's like resolutions, goals, but they're very general, and they don't really rely so much on, you know, outside things happening. So yeah, but anyway, I'd be interested to know if you've got any goals or resolutions for this year. Might give me some inspiration as well. But yeah, I'm just going to get on with, I've got to put a video up and then get on with some editing. So the tree has gone, there's no more pretty lights behind me, which is a bit depressing. We've still got the advent candles up, the outside lights are still on, and the Disney tree's still up, but obviously those are going to have to come down in the next few days as well. Yeah, I hate it when all the decorations come down. It just feels so dark and gloomy, and especially at the moment I just feel like we need all the pretty lights and stuff to cheer us up a bit. I feel like I've had a reasonably productive day actually so far. So this morning, before I even got dressed, I came in here and got my laptop out and sorted out the agenda for the council meeting tomorrow. And what else did I do? Oh, I finished sorting out, no, what did I do? I sorted something out on the computer. I can't for the life of me remember what it was at the moment, but I definitely sorted something out. So yeah, I did a few things on my laptop. And then once I got dressed, I promoted a video, put another video up, replied to some comments on my YouTube channel, and yeah, it was just like doing like bits and bobs that needed doing. I'd kind of hoped to get started with a bit of editing, but I didn't quite like get to that point, but that's fine. I'd got other bits done that needed doing, so that was good. Had some lunch, and yeah, I'm gonna crash out on the sofa for a bit now because I'm pretty shattered. We're not doing butternut squash risotto anymore for dinner. We had a look in the fridge and we've still got quite a few like leftovers and stuff that need eating up, and we've got some bits of like party food that we got for New Year's Eve that we didn't end up eating, so we're going to do an eating up evening and then we'll do the risotto later in the week. So I was looking forward to eating it, but actually I'm quite glad that I don't have to make it tonight because I'm tired. And yeah, this evening at 8 o'clock Boris is doing an announcement. There's a lot of talk about going into full lockdown, like the whole country. Scotland, I think, are already like due to go into lockdown tonight, I think. So I kind of think that perhaps we will just follow. So I don't quite know what will change, like in our area, whether the schools will close. We don't know really. Like, I was talking to Becca and she's not sure like whether her place of work will close because she works in a nursery. If it's like the lockdown that we had back in March last year. My sister was furloughed at that time, so I don't know whether that was Rosie, whether she will get furloughed again. Not sure what will happen with Noah's preschool, whether they will stay open, whether they'll close. Obviously Richard will still go to work because he's a paramedic. I don't know whether Lisa will go into work because obviously like the schools will still be open for key worker children even if they're closed like for everybody else. So I don't know whether Lisa will have to go into work still or whether she'll work from home. but I'm guessing they're still going to need childcare for Noah because they're both going to be still needing to work, so it will just depend on what rules there are, I guess, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, not the greatest start to the year, is it? But kind of saw it coming. So yeah, we'll watch that later and see what the announcement is and see what's going to happen. I mean, I don't have any plans to go out anywhere anyway, so in that respect it probably won't affect me that much. I did get a letter today from the hospital saying that so basically I'd got a letter a few weeks ago saying that I had got an appointment with a rheumatologist. It wasn't my rheumatologist, it was somebody else that I've never heard of, but I assume that they're just trying to kind of fit people in where they can. But I got a letter today saying that had to be cancelled. I'm assuming it's just because of the rising cases and everything, which is a shame. I kind of hoped that, you know, it might be one of my appointments actually going ahead, but at the same time I can understand that they're under a lot of pressure. It's hard. I will say, like, I feel kind of guilty saying it because of everything else that's going on, but like, I've spoken to other chronically ill people about it as well, and it is hard being chronically ill at the moment because it's like there's not really any like medical support available. It's really difficult to speak to a doctor or your own GP. I know a lot of people, including myself, have got issues that we just haven't contacted a doctor about, and they're getting worse because you can do like an e-consult, but then you end up usually speaking to a doctor that you don't know, and they don't know your history. And I've done it a couple of times and just not really got very far because they don't know the history, and there just isn't that kind of, there aren't the resources at the moment to be able to get what you need. So I do feel for other people as well that are chronically ill, who are kind of have lost all of their medical support, all of their treatments, everything that kind of keeps you on an even keel. It's hard, but then it's hard for everybody in different ways. So, but I don't know. I think it's important to talk about, you know, how it's affecting other things as well. And I'm not blaming the NHS or anything. You know, we're in a pandemic, and that's just how it is. But I think it's important to kind of acknowledge the different ways that it affects people. So yeah, there we go. I am hopefully I would like to try and do like a video of some description or a series of videos about what it's like to be disabled during a pandemic. So if you're interested in being part of them, do drop me an email. I think my email's in the description, I'll check. I've got some ideas, and when I've kind of done a few other the videos that I'm planning, I will start like putting things out, looking for people. But I just think it's important to acknowledge all the different ways people are affected. Anyway, I'm going to have a little rest now, probably fall asleep for a bit, and I'll probably update you after Boris has given his announcement later.
As I speak to you tonight, our hospitals are under more pressure from COVID than at any time since the start of the pandemic. With most of the country already under extreme measures, it's clear that we need to do more together to bring this new variant under control while our vaccines are rolled out. In England, we must therefore go into a national lockdown which is tough enough to contain this variant. That means the government is once again instructing you to stay at home. Of course, there's one huge difference compared to last year. We're now rolling out the biggest vaccination programme in our history. But now, more than ever, we must pull together. But for now, I'm afraid you must once again stay at home, protect the NHS, and save lives.
Good morning. So, as you will have seen in the last clip, we're back in lockdown again. So this is lockdown 3.0. Not massively surprised, to be honest. Things are pretty dire at the moment, I think. But yeah, so I think we're in lockdown until February half term. Schools have all been closed. Strangely, early years settings haven't been closed, which I don't know. My sister works in an early years setting. She works in a nursery, and I think there was a interview, I can't remember who it was with some scientist today on TV, and they said, could they, tell them what the scientific evidence was for keeping early years settings open, and they said that no, they couldn't, because there was no scientific evidence, and that they thought it could be a political decision of some description. It makes me anxious. I know my sister's very anxious. She's dealing with babies and young children. You can't social distance because they need your care, and they're not allowed to wear any kind of protection or anything, any masks or anything like that, which I think is pretty widespread. I'm not just saying this is where my sister works, this is a lot of people are saying this, and it just seems kind of crazy that they're saying that it's not safe for schools to be open and colleges and universities and stuff, but it's okay for early year settings to be open and not to protect the staff, which I think is just wrong, to be honest. My sister's pregnant, we've got vulnerable people at home. Myself and my parents would be probably counted as vulnerable as well, and it just worries me that that there's no protection for my sister or us from her going to work. So yeah, I don't know, I think there's petitions going around to try and get things changed, but at the moment it's just another source of anxiety. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. Childcare bubbles can still carry on, so we have still got Noah, and his preschool at the moment is still running, which obviously makes me slightly anxious as well, but at the same time it gives him some routine. So I don't know, it's just everything feels like a mess at the moment, to be honest, and I keep having panic attacks and just 1 minute I'm okay, and then the next minute everything feels like it's just coming crashing down on me, which I'm sure most people will be able to relate to. So yeah, my my life probably won't change that much. I don't leave the house that much anyway, so in that respect it's not going to be that different. But yeah, it's just, I guess, feeling more vulnerable and more at risk, and my loved ones being more at risk and everything as well. So anyway, I hope people are doing as okay as possible. We just got to keep going and get through it, haven't we? That's all we can do. This morning I have replied to some council emails and been sorting a couple of bits out on my laptop, and then I had a phone call from the one of the nurses from the pain team. I rang them yesterday and left a message because I'd had my day surgery procedure 3 months ago, and they ask you to ring after 3 months. So one of the nurses rang me back today and we had a good chat. She was really nice. I'm getting put back on the waiting list to have it done again. If you weren't watching back then, I had what did I have? It wasn't an occipital nerve block, it was occipital pulsed radio frequency. That's the one where they kind of put little needles into your nerves and then put electricity through them to kind of stun the nerves. So they've put me back on the waiting list to have that redone, because it does wear off after a while, but because of COVID they've had to cancel all operations pretty much, apart from cancer and emergency. So she said that she doesn't know how long the wait will be, but I'm on the list, so that's a good thing. So yeah, that kind of took quite a lot of the morning up already, but I am back here now trying to get some editing done. As I said, Noah's at preschool, so he will be back a bit later, so I'll get to see him for a little bit, although I think my dad's going to take him outside and get him to help him take the outside lights down, not the ones that are right around the top of the house, but we've got a little snowman and Father Christmas, so I think he's going to help with that. And I've got a council meeting this evening, so yeah, I don't know, my head feels a bit like mixed up at the moment with everything that's going on. But yeah, there's not much I can say about it, is there? So anyway, I'm going to carry on doing this. I'm just trying to keep busy and distract myself as much as I can, which is difficult when you're tired and not feeling brilliant and you don't have much energy, but we shall carry on. So yeah, let me know how you're doing and I will speak to you later. So it's quite a lot later now. I got a fair bit of editing done this morning, had some lunch, and I'm just playing with Noah now. He keeps coming up to me and saying, Jenny, I need to cuddle you lots. Don't you, Noah? Yes. You keep saying that you need to cuddle Jenny lots. Oh, do I get more cuddles?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. You're very cuddly today.
Yes, I am very cuddly.
And did you have a good day at school?
Yes,
You said that you love school, didn't you?
I did.
Which is nice. That's a bit of a change. And we've missed you over Christmas, haven't we? And what did Jenny give you for Christmas, Noah?
That was the idea.
That's right. And you said, did you say that you take Buzz Lightyear for your naps?
He's not here, is he?
And does he talk?
Oh, can you pick that bauble up, please?
Oh goodness, it's going to go under the sofa, careful.
Oh, see?
There we go.
So how do you get these in?
So Noah, does Buzz Lightyear talk? Noah, does Buzz Lightyear talk?
Yes.
And what else does he do? What does he do with his wings?
Yeah.
He does, doesn't he? So I think that was a successful Christmas present. But yeah, we're just having a little play until Lisa picks him up. I don't think I'm going to get time to have a particularly long rest today. I said to my mum earlier, I was like, I don't think I'm going to get a nap. Do we really need that playing? Yeah, I said to my mum, I don't think I'm going to get a nap today. And Noah was like, Jenny, why do you need a nap?
Oh.
But he also wanted to know why he hadn't been put down for a nap before he went to school. He doesn't have a nap on the days he goes to school, but he was very upset that he hadn't been put down for a nap today. Weren't you, Noah? You said you wanted a nap today.
I'm not sure. That's us.
So yes, there we go.
No.
Anyway,
Getting stuck here.
it's a bit noisy, so I'm going to stop here,
Those go down.
play with Noah, and then I've got a council meeting in a little while. Good morning. Today I think is the last day that I can get away with wearing a Christmas jumper, so I have gone for Minnie Mouse because this is one of my favourites. And then it will be back to normal clothes again and won't be wearing Christmas jumpers again until next Christmas. So yes, I shall miss them very much. Sorry I didn't come on again last night. I had my council meeting and it went on for a long time. So by the time that I'd finished, I was just absolutely exhausted. I got myself a cup of tea and a mince pie and I just crashed out on the sofa before I went to bed. So yeah, wasn't a very exciting evening after that. We have got Noah again today. He doesn't have preschool on a Wednesday, so he's with us all day. Been playing with him a bit this morning. He's gone down for a nap at the moment, so he's having a little bit of a rest, although he kept telling us that he doesn't like naps. Although yesterday he said to my mum and dad, and he said to me actually, he was like, Jenny, Nanny or Grandpa could have put me down for a nap before school, which they couldn't because he starts school at like 9:15 or something. But he was like really like upset, not upset, but like he wasn't happy that he hadn't been put down for his nap yesterday. But then when we went to try and put him down for his nap today, he's like, I don't like naps anymore. So anyway, we managed to get him down and I think he's asleep. So I think he needed it because he kept yawning and rubbing his eyes and stuff. So he's down for a nap. I'm going to get some editing done. And then this afternoon we are going to make a birthday card for Richard, which is Noah's dad, my brother. It's his 30th next Tuesday, and so we thought it might be nice for Noah to just make him a little card. We've got an idea, hopefully it will work. It does involve footprints again, so that's going to be fun. But yeah, that's probably what we're going to do after lunch, I think. This evening I think we're going to make the butternut squash risotto, which I'm looking forward to. Hopefully my mum will be able to help me because I struggle with like doing the cutting and standing up for long periods. I really need to get myself a stool for the kitchen so that I can actually sit at the stove, because otherwise I find I can do it for a few minutes and then I have to sit down, which isn't ideal when you want to be able to cook. So yeah, but yeah, looking forward to having that tonight to warm us up, because it's not a very nice day. I think a risotto, I don't know, it's just good comfort food, isn't it? So yeah, that's about the sum of our day. Can't do much else really with being in lockdown, so we're trying to create our own entertainment as much as we can at home. Sorry, is my bum too big?
Yes. Your bum is too big.
Are you filming? Becca got a big bump. What's inside Becca's big bump?
Can you feel the baby move?
I need this.
She might kick you if you don't sit still.
Did baby kick you?
No, I cry.
You'd cry, would you? Aww.
She'd only kick you because you were squashing her, darling.
Right, we've had our lunch and we're now going to make...
Mama,
Oh my God. Noah's just constantly hungry. He just wants to eat everything, apart from when we put his lunch in front of him and then he didn't want to eat it. So yes, we're gonna make a birthday card for Richard. And please excuse the noise in the background. We're gonna go for something like this, which is kind of similar to what we did with the snowmen footprints, but we're going for an ambulance this time because Richard's a paramedic. Found this on Pinterest and we thought we'd give it a go, although currently Noah keeps saying he doesn't want to do it, so I'm not quite sure how far we're going to get with this, but we're going to try it.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road. We crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. It's all for you. I did it all for you. It's all for you.
So making cards went okay. It was a fairly quick job actually. We literally just had to paint his foot, and then we've done 2 white footprints on the card. The hard part is waiting for them to dry and then trying to turn them into something that looks a little bit like an ambulance. So I will do that probably tomorrow or the next day. But you did your footprints, didn't you, Noah? Did it tickle?
Yeah.
So yes, he's all cleaned up now and we've come to play in here. He was really sweet earlier. He was talking about being best friends, and I said to you, Noah, I said, am I your best friend?
Yes.
He didn't say that earlier. I said to him, are you my best friend? And he went, absolutely. Didn't you?
Am I your best friend, Noah?
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course, yeah. You've been so cuddly, haven't you? He said that he likes being my best friend, which is very sweet. You're my little best friend, aren't you?
And this black.
No, that's blue.
That's blue.
You.
Red.
So he's just playing with his cars now, and we're gonna just have a bit of a chilled out afternoon, I think, just playing in here before he has his dinner, and then his mum picks him up.
For you, it's all for you. Nights without sleeping, 'cause you fear the night.
Good morning, happy Thursday. I think it's Thursday. I can't keep track of days at the moment. The only thing that keeps me track of days is like when we have Noah and when he's at preschool, and he's at preschool today, which must mean it's a Thursday. So yeah, there was a couple of things that I wanted to come on and talk about before I kind of get into the day. The first one is that yesterday my GP surgery that I'm registered under, that we're all registered under, put a message out saying that they can only now help with urgent problems. They said don't come to them if your problem isn't urgent. If it's anything that's not urgent, then you're going to have to wait until things calm down a bit. And it just made me really sad and feel quite scared. I think above like a lot of other stuff that I've seen, that message just really hit me. And before I kind of go into anything, I want to say that my criticism isn't at the NHS or the GP surgery at all. I can imagine that that must be a really hard decision for them to make, and one that they haven't taken lightly. They are under immense pressure. They're having to try and give out the vaccines as well as obviously looking after ill people. So like, I don't have any kind of criticism towards them. They're doing the best that they can. I think it's just made me realise that, I don't know, it almost like I was going to say it's made me realise how serious things are, but I understood how serious things were before. But I think you just never expect your GP surgery to not be able to help you, because, you know, that's usually like your first point of call if you've got a problem or if you need help with something. You go to your GP, and so to hear them say we can't help you anymore, I think it's just really sad and really scary, and it makes me feel angry that people still, there are some people that still won't follow the rules, that still don't believe that COVID is an issue, and that perhaps they have contributed to making things worse because they haven't followed the rules, and it's resulting in this. And I mean, you know, for a long time now, people have not been able to receive the treatment that they need because things have been have had to be cancelled. I know, like for myself, all my appointments pretty much have been cancelled. When I spoke to the pain nurse, she said that pretty much all operations have been cancelled apart from cancer and kind of urgent things that need to be done urgently. So, you know, I'm well aware that those kind of things haven't been able to happen, but I think it was just seeing, like, you know, your GP, the one that you rely on for like everything, saying that they might not be able to help you anymore. It just really hit me, and I feel angry that it's been allowed to get to this point where the NHS is so underfunded and understaffed that they're having to make decisions on who gets treated and who doesn't. I can't imagine what it must be like to be a doctor or a nurse and to be in that position when you went into that profession to want to help people, and now you're having to say, you know, we won't treat you. It does worry me that message is going to result in people losing their lives, because there will be people who won't want to put, you know, extra strain or be a burden on the NHS, or who will have an issue and they'll kind of think, oh, it's not that urgent, I'll leave it, and, you know, things might get missed. You know, a lot of the time I think people go to the doctors and they kind of think, oh, it's nothing major, I'm just going to get it checked out, and I'm guessing, you know, in a proportion of those times they get to the doctor and the doctor actually realises that something's seriously wrong, and that may not be happening at the moment, which is obviously really, really sad. And it's scary. I mean, like, I have been putting off contacting my GP pretty much since like the pandemic started back in March. I have been in contact with the surgery for a few things like medication problems, and back last year when I was having like the issue, well, still having the issues with like swelling and like nail changes and all that. But apart from that, I have tried not to contact them, and I have a list that is just growing and growing of issues that I need to talk about. Some of them are getting worse, but I was talking to somebody about this yesterday, and I kind of just said that I almost accepted, like, it took me a while, but like once the pandemic had started and we'd got a few months in, I got to a point where I think I just, for my own mental health, had to accept that my health would be worse while this was all going on, because I just can't access like the support that I need. And I know that it's the same for a lot of other disabled and chronically ill people whose health has got worse because they can't access what they need. And the only thing that I feel like I can do is accept that, because there's nothing I can do to change that. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, because I don't think it's happening at every GP surgery, but I think it's important that people know that that kind of message is being put out now with some GP surgeries. And I guess I just hope that if anyone watching this isn't taking it seriously, that this might just help them to see like what a huge knock-on effect this is having, not just on people with COVID, but on like the wider population as well. And basically just encourage people to follow the rules, stay at home, you know, keep away from other people, all that kind of stuff, because it's just terrifying to think that, you know, you can't necessarily get the treatment you need. So that was the one thing that I wanted to talk about. The other thing was that there's been stuff going around on social media and in the news about bringing the clap back, like clapping for NHS people, back on a Thursday night. I think it's meant to be starting tonight, although I think they're like expanding it to cover, I think they're calling it Clap for Heroes, so it's meant to be like all frontline workers. And I have thought long and hard about doing the clap and what I think about it, and I ended up like putting something on my personal Facebook, because I've got quite a lot of friends who are who like work for the NHS and family members, and so yeah, I put something on my Facebook and just said, look, I don't know whether I should go out and clap anymore. What are your thoughts and feelings? And I've been looking at sort of you know, groups on Facebook, and there's a lot of people from NHS who've been talking on those and stuff as well, and the overwhelming like message that seems to be coming from people working in the NHS and other areas is that they don't want people to clap for them. A few of my friends have, you know, explicitly said to me, look, please, can you just not go out and clap, because they find it patronising, they find it what's the word, like, you know, like people are going out and clapping and then they're going out and breaking the rules, or mixing with other people and stuff, and then they're voting for people who continually underfund the NHS and stuff. And so it just, I think for a lot of people in the NHS, and I'm not going to say that everybody in the NHS feels like this, because obviously everyone's going to think differently, but I just don't feel like it's something that I want to necessarily get involved with this time. Like, I think when it started last time, it was quite poignant, but I think like people, NHS workers have just, like, it's lost its kind of meaning, and I think now they just would rather people follow the rules, and that people, you know, lobbied their MPs to fund the NHS properly and make sure that they have like the staff and everything that they need. So I don't think I will be going out to clap tonight. I totally understand if people disagree with this, like with what I feel, and that's okay. You know, I think we're all entitled to our own thoughts and stuff on this, but just based on my group of friends and how they feel about it, and the people that I know that work in the NHS and on the front line, how they feel about it, I just wouldn't feel comfortable going out and doing that when I know it's not something that they want people to do. So that's my thoughts, just because I just wanted to say it on here in case people wondered why I wasn't going out to clap this time. That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate frontline workers at all, because I do massively, and I will be trying to do other things, you know, things like signing petitions, contacting my MP about, you know, issues that need sorting out, and following the rules to do, you know, to support people working in hospitals and everything. I think that's just how I would prefer to choose to support them this time round. So yeah, as I said, totally understand if people don't agree with that, that's absolutely fine, but I just wanted to put my thoughts across on it and kind of make it clear that that's how I feel. So yeah, I'm going to get on with some editing. I'm just getting a video up, and then I need to start editing another video, so I'm going to get on with it. Right, so I need to light a new candle today, and I'm going to go for this one, which is Frosted Snow. I'm still going with the Christmas candles, although this could be more wintry, I suppose, but yeah, I thought it sounded quite nice, so I'm going to light that. But I've also got a couple of Disney things to show you that came in the post today. So for the first time, I've actually managed to get my hands on the 2021 Disney pin. I've tried to get like the previous years, like New Year pins, and I've just never managed because I've never really known when to look, or like been on at the right time. But this year it came out on New Year's Eve morning, and so I woke up before 8 o'clock to make sure that I could get on and yeah, order it, and I managed to get it. It's really big, a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's got 2 pin backs. It was £9, which I don't think is too bad actually for the size of the pin. It's quite heavy as well, but it's really nice. It's obviously just got 2021 on it. You've got Minnie and Mickey, Happy New Year, and it's like a layered pin, so like this bit and this bit are one layer, and then these guys and the bit in the middle are another layer. And yeah, I just thought it was really nice. As I said, I've wanted to get different ones in the past and just never managed to get it, so we've managed to start with 2021. And yeah, I can't decide whether I'm going to put it on my board or just like display it somehow, because I quite like the backing as well. But yeah, very pleased I managed to get my hands on that. And then because it was something that my mum wanted to get as well, it meant that we spent over £20, which was meant that I could get the 2021 key. As someone that doesn't collect the keys, I'm starting to get quite a big selection of them now. But yeah, I just thought, why not? I'm actually quite liking the keys now and starting to wonder whether I should have started collecting them earlier, but never mind. So yeah, it is a nice little 2021 key. Sorry, you've got Mickey and Minnie 2021 there, and then some Mickey heads up there as well. So yeah, got that as well. If anyone like has any suggestions of how they display their keys, I'd really be interested to see, you know, if you've got a picture or something, because I'm not really sure what to do with them. They're not the easiest of things to display, so do let me know if you have these and display them in any kind of way. Good morning. I have started the day with a council meeting over Zoom. The actual council meeting was quite quick, but then I needed to talk to the town clerk about a few things, so we did that, went through some emails and stuff like that. And then I've just been sat here trying to kind of work through my to-do list. I had various emails that needed responding to. I think I've gone through all of the ones that I needed to. I also needed to send some pictures of my wheelchair and hoist to the hoist company. We spoke to them before Christmas and they asked for them and said that they could kind of help us work out what cars that my chair will fit in. So I've finally done that. We got the pictures just before Christmas, and then Christmas came and everything kind of got in the way. But yeah, I've just sent those pictures and stuff over, so hopefully we might hear back from them at some point and can move forward a little bit more on my journey to finding a car. What else did I need to do? It's mainly just been like, yeah, emails and boring stuff like that I've been trying to get through. But yeah, I'm quite happy. Sorry about that, that was just the hospital saying that they'd had a referral because they wanted, someone wanted me, I think it's my POT specialist, wants me to have an echocardiogram and a monitor fitted, and she said, I can fit you in this afternoon if that's any good, but my dad's not here and I think my mum's probably busy as well, and yeah, I think it was like, she gave us about 2 hours notice and I was just like, ooh, yeah, I don't think I can do that tonight, but yeah, wow, that was quick service. So yeah, she's going to send me a letter with an appointment date, but yeah, I hadn't expected that, so there we go. Some of the NHS is still running, so that's good. I've lost track of completely what I was saying now, but yeah, I've just been doing admin-y bits, and I'm now going to go upstairs to my office and try and do some editing. Good evening. It's a while later, obviously, since I last spoke to you. after I spoke to you, I went upstairs and did quite a bit of editing. I'm doing my like 2020 reflection video, which I'm quite enjoying doing, but it just takes quite a while because I have to go over like every single weekly vlog that I put up and then go through it all and see if there's like anything that I want to put in the video. So it's going to take me a while. Hopefully it'll be worth it. So yeah, I did that, had my lunch, had a bit of a nap, and my mum has just helped me to have a shower and get my hair washed. And now I need to turn these footprints into something that vaguely resembles an ambulance for the birthday card that my nephew is going to give my brother for his birthday. I've seen something on Pinterest, which is why we did the white footprints again. So I'm going to give it a go. We'll see how we get on. This is testing my creativity because, you know, they don't exactly look like ambulances at the moment, but I'm going to try it and we'll see how we get on.
I'm standing outside waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby.
Right, so here we are. These are our two ambulances. I mean, they look okay. They're not brilliant, but I'm hoping that you could tell it's probably an ambulance because it's got the little red cross and the blue flashing light. We're also going to print out a couple of pictures of Noah to sit in the driver's seats. So I need to do that. And then I think I'm going to write like happy birthday daddy on it or something like that. And then I also need to write inside. He's done a bit of drawing. It's quite difficult to see actually, but he has done a bit of drawing in there. But also, yeah, it doesn't even want to focus on it. But yeah, I just need to write in there as well. Good morning. So today is an extra Noah day today, and we have decided to go out for a little walk. There's something called the COVID snake in our town, where basically people, when we had the first lockdown, people started painting rocks in like various different patterns and started making like a long snake in some woodland. And I think it's got about 2,000 rocks in it now, and we've never been to see it, so we thought we'd take Noah up there just to have a little look. We're going to drive and park a little bit nearer because I don't think my chair will make it the whole way. It's freezing cold, but hopefully we'll get there. My sister has been there before and thinks that she knows like a good way to get the wheelchair there, so fingers crossed we get there and I will show you the snake.
Gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. And I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of talking and the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day. Gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken and take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my mind be carried by the waves. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna I know that I haven't been who I was. I am supposed to be the one you can trust. I feel so useless 'cause I let you down. I hope there's some way I can make it alright, 'cause I know that you deserve much more than this. If you give me one more chance, I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. Ooh, I just don't know what to do if you go.
We've been back a little while now. It was really nice going up there. There's so many stones, and like some of them are just incredible. I tried to film what I could. I couldn't obviously film all of them because I think there's like over 2,000. But there were some really good ones. There was like a den that someone had made, loads of little fairy doors on all of the trees. Someone had hung some fairies in some of the trees. It's just a really lovely place, and I cannot believe that I've lived here for nearly, well, probably about 30 odd years, and we've never been up there. Obviously that COVID snake hasn't been up there for that long. It was only started last year, but it's such a lovely place. And someone came to me, the lady who started it came to me, because I'm on the town council, and asked if we could think about like preserving it in some way. So yeah, we're looking at like what we could do with it. Perhaps we could like do some sort of trail with some of the stones, or I don't know, we're gonna have a think anyway. But yeah, I'm so glad we went up there. It was really cold, but no, I had a lovely time running around in his little dragon, no, what is it, it's a dinosaur, like all in one suit. And yeah, it was fairly quiet, just really peaceful. You could hear the birds. It was just nice to get out of the house, because I can't actually remember the last time that I went out, so that was really nice. And then we came back and had some lunch to warm ourselves up. Noah has gone down for a little nap now. I don't think he's going to go down for long, but he was really tired, but he kept saying, I don't need to go for a sleep anymore. And we were like, I think you do. Like, you could just see in his face he was so tired. So we popped him down for a nap, and like we didn't even hear him talking on the monitor. He obviously just went straight to sleep. So yeah, he's down for his nap. I'm going to have a bit of a rest on the sofa while he's napping, and then when we wake him up we'll have a little play until Lisa picks him up. And then I think at about 6 o'clock we're going to do a video call with Richard, Lisa and Noah and David, Emma and Maisie, so that we can do birthday cake for my brother, because it's his 30th birthday next Tuesday, and obviously we can't do anything together, so we're doing virtual stuff. And then a bit later on, when the little ones are in bed, we're going to do a virtual games night with Richard and Lisa and David and Emma, so that should be good. I think we're going to do a quiz or something, but yeah, looking forward to doing something rather than the same old stuff that is happening every day. But yeah, I'm going to have a rest now, and just get some energy back. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you.
In time.
Did a big one and then blown out. Try again. Oh, look at that, Rich.
Whoa!
Oh, no, what are you doing?
With me?
It's jerky, isn't it? Yay! Well, can we blow ours out now?
Have they got a smoke?
No, you need a fire engine.
Goodness me!
Rich, is the fire alarm going off?
No, do you need a fire engine?
I like the way it keeps stopping us starting.
You've made you right again.
Green one.
Right.
Yay! Richard can blow ours out in a minute.
Now what's that?
Yay! Right, Richard, you need to blow ours out.
No, it does.
Now let's eat our cake.
Richard, you need to blow ours out.
He's blowing. He's blowing.
Ready?
You want his nose help?
Ready?
Oh my goodness, what's happening? Oh, they've gone out.
Yay!
I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough, but you're all I need. I take you places that you've never been. I would give you the world if you let me try again. Yeah, just give me one more chance. I swear I'll try my best to always be there. And I want you to know that I'm lost without you. I'm not without you. I hope I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do if you go.
Good morning. Sorry I didn't speak much yesterday. It was quite a busy day with having Noah here and then trying to do some other bits in the afternoon. And yeah, I just didn't really get the chance to sit down and actually talk to you. So yeah, we had a nice walk to see the COVID rock snake. I was really glad that I actually managed to go and see it. And I think we're hoping to actually paint our own rocks and take them there at some point. And then I fell asleep after lunch and Noah went down for his nap, and I actually ended up sleeping quite a lot longer than he was napping. I think my mum got him up from his nap and she came to try and wake me up, and I think I woke up a bit, but then I fell back to sleep again. So I think she played with him for a bit until I woke up, and then my brother picked him up. A bit later on we did a Zoom call to do, actually it was a FaceTime, with my brother and both my brothers and sister-in-laws and my niece and nephew to do cake for Richard's 30th birthday. We'd got a cake here, David and Emma had got a little cake, and then obviously Richard and Lisa had a cake at theirs. And then once the little ones were in bed, we did a call over Zoom and we did like a virtual quiz night type thing. We used an app called Kahoot, which I've never used before, but I think my dad had used it quite a lot, and I think David and Emma had used it. And basically it's got like lots of different like quiz questions on it of like different categories, but I think you can also do your own. We just did like the pre-made ones, and yeah, it was really good fun. I do love a good quiz even if I was rubbish. But yeah, we had a good time, so hopefully it was something nice that my brother could do for his birthday. Today I'm not getting on particularly well. I woke up quite late anyway. I think I'm just quite tired after this week. I'd say it's been busy. Like, we've had Noah 4 days, which has obviously been quite tiring. And yeah, I think I just needed the sleep. I had a flare up this morning of my digestive pain, which made me feel pretty rubbish. So that kind of took up a fair amount of time of just not being able to do anything. And yeah, I'm just not getting on very well. I was hoping I'd get some editing done today, but actually I think my body's probably just telling me that it needs a quiet day, so I've just been taking it slowly. I ordered some shorts off Sports Direct because I need some shorts to wear for my physio. I've got some like smart shorts that I wore last time, but they're just not really practical. They're not kind of, I don't know, they don't have much movement in them, and they're not practical for physio. So I found some on Sports Direct. I was looking for quite a long time because all of the shorts that I could find were ridiculously short for women. So I was going to resort to getting men's shorts because I knew that those were like a little bit longer. But then I found some shorts on Sports Direct that were in the sale. I think they were really cheap. And they're Adidas ones. So I ordered them. So I tried them on today. They're okay. I'm just wondering whether I should have got a size 14. I seem to be like in between a 12 and a 14 at the moment, which I'm struggling to get my head around a bit, because like I've always been, I suppose like my general like size has usually been 12, but because I've had so many problems with eating disorders in the past, and also with digestive problems, I've usually, like, I suppose when I've been ill, I've been like anything from a 6 to a 10 or something, which I know isn't healthy for me, but my head, I don't know, I suppose it's the eating disorder part of my head kind of struggles with being a more normal size for me. Obviously, you know, I know people are a variety of sizes and body shapes, and you know, that I'm not trying to kind of say that any one size is wrong, but for me, I know that for me to have a kind of healthy body weight, my like general size is usually around about a 12, but recently I seem to be like between a 12 and a 14, and I think it's partly because I've put on weight, I think, since I've had my surgery. I find, I guess because I'm less active than I was, I'm possibly putting on a bit more weight. I also seem to be like retaining fluid quite a lot, so that doesn't help, and also I've still got swelling in my leg, so that adds to it as well. But yeah, I'm kind of struggling with, I don't know, like accepting it a bit, and I know I need to, because that's just how it is at the moment. I can't, you know, dieting for me is just never a good idea. One, because of eating disorder past behaviour, and I just know that I wouldn't do well with trying to diet. It would just end up making me ill in the long run. But also because of having digestive problems, my diet is quite limited anyway, and there's only certain things that I can have and eat, and I still rely on things like Fortisips. So like, yeah, it's just really hard to lose weight, I think, when you're chronically ill, and some of your weight gain, I suppose, is down to that chronic illness, to medication, to surgeries, all that kind of stuff. And also, like, people have always said to me, like, you're better off being like a healthy weight, or perhaps a little bit over a healthy weight, whatever that is, because I know how quickly my weight can go down if I get ill. So it's better to kind of have a little bit to play with, which I know it sounds all very like detached, but it does make sense. But yeah, I'm just struggling to get my head around it at the moment. Anyway, the reason I'm talking about that is because I was trying on my shorts, and also I got some jogging bottoms from Sports Direct as well this morning, and I got them both in a 12, but I am wondering, like, they fit, but I'm just wondering whether a 14 would have been a little bit more flattering. So I don't know whether I'll swap them or not. But anyway, I did that this morning. I'm now going to take down the Disney tree. I know it's past the 6th of January when like everything's meant to come down, but I just haven't had the time or energy to do it. So I'm just going to get all the decorations off it now, and then put them in boxes, and then I think my mum will help me put stuff away properly. So yes, that is my job for this morning before I go and have my lunch. So it's looking very sad out here now. The tree is completely empty. All of my little figures have gone from over there, and we've now got various boxes and goodness knows what else all ready to go back in the loft. Well, the underdrawing, because we haven't got a loft anymore. But yes, it took longer than I had thought it would, but then these things always seem to do that. But I'm going to really miss the Disney tree this year, because it was so nice. Like, every time I'd come up on my stair lift over here, I'd sort of come to the top and I'd see it all lit up with all the decorations on it and everything, and now it's not there anymore. But I don't know, I feel like I need to get some nice lights up here or something just to cheer it up a bit. Good evening. I was just heading up to bed and realised that I haven't finished the vlog, so I'm just coming on to say goodbye. I hope you have enjoyed this week's vlog. If you have and you'd like to see more from me, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Also hit the notification bell, that means you'll get notified every time I upload a video so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, let me know how you're getting on at the moment, what you're getting up to, if anything, and yeah, just say hello. It would be nice to talk to you. Also let me know if there's any videos you'd like to see me do. I'm always looking for your ideas and suggestions, so feel free to pop them below and I will add them to my list of things to film. Also come and follow me on social media. My links are in the description below, but I'll pop my Instagram and Twitter up here. Those are the two platforms that I'm mainly on, so do come over and say hello. I'm trying to respond to comments and things as quickly as I can, kind of health permitting, but I will get around to replying, and it's really lovely to hear from you. And I'll see you again in another video very soon. Bye!